chess, Scrabble, checkers, and so on. People often call them board game, but there are some who call them tabletop game. If you think games like chess, Monopoly, and checkers are called board games, then you're right. Otherwise, if you believe they are called tabletop games, then you're also right. If both are correct, then why do we have two different terms? Originally, board games are simply defined as games with board. Just like card games and dice games, they are also categorized by the main component of the game. However, there are games that cannot be classified unambiguously because of its various components like Monopoly, which utilize a board as well as dice and cards. Merriam-Webster defined board games as a game played by placing or moving pieces on a board. Board game was defined by how the board was used in the game. Due to increasing number of games with ambiguous category, the term tabletop games became more popular. Tabletop games are games that are normally played on a table or other flat surfaces. Board games, card games, dice games, miniature war games, and tile-based games are just a few categories of tabletop games. Board games have evolved into more complex mechanics and components, thus our terminology must be updated as well. Modern games are most likely to be called tabletop games because of their game design. We are in a new golden age of tabletop games as the variety of designs and experiences continues to grow at a rapid pace. To avoid confusion, we simply use the term tabletop games rather than board games. There's no problem if you still prefer to use the term board games for games with board, dice, and cards, and it doesn't make you any smarter if you use the term tabletop games. Whether you want to call them board games, tabletop games, or whatever, what's important is that these games encourage interaction, involvement, strategy, and communication, and they allow players to make interesting decisions, which means fun, right?